Hello, all of you. Here we begin with the revision of one of the topics which is left out by students. I do agree with all of you. The portion of income tax is very vast, be it inter or final. Okay. So now for your upcoming final exam, there's a topic called as penalties and prosecutions, which is sometimes not asked, sometimes asked for 3 to 5 marks, and sometimes covered in MCQs also. Okay. So in that penalties and prosecutions, penalties are over and above your taxes. You have to pay interest, 234 ABCD, you have to pay fees, 234 EFGH, different kind of fees. So taxes and your interest and your fees is there. Penalties are punishment in the form of monetary terms, money they are taking for whatever wrong is done by the SSE. That is called as penalties in the layman's term. And prosecution is imprisonment, okay, along with the fines. Now the question is, in few cases, if there is a fraud or false entry and all, will the penalty and prosecution both come in that? Penalty and prosecution will both come over there? Answer is yes. It's not that either penalty or prosecution, both can come, but penalty is in money terms, and prosecution, whoever is the main authority, you remember in return of income we have done a topic called who has got the signing or verifying authority. He is the one who will be facing this prosecution. Okay. Unless, for example, the company CEO or the MD can prove that this was out of his knowledge and he's not involved, and he can prove that though being the main authority, he's not responsible and all. Okay, now penalties can be levied by AO, the commissioners, principal commissioners and all, depending on whatever kind of the penalty. Prosecution, all the sections are given here from 275 onwards till 280. But then prosecution can be levied only with the magistrate's permission, court orders ke saath. So the authorities here will direct and the magistrate will go ahead with the prosecution. So this is the basic difference. Moreover, one very important thing is, if there is a misreporting, underreporting, something like that in 2018 and 19, then penalties and everything will be charged according to the rules, acts, sections, provisions of 1819 and not now. Penalties charged now, but according to whatever are the, so the rules will be applicable. Now, very quickly, I want to revise most important penalty related questions which is repeatedly asked. Problems. Sometimes we understand the concept like trust and all. We understood the concept like this orally. Then I read the law and explained you. Second time. Third time we applied it and we solved the problems. 85% and A and all that. Here we are going reverse. By way of examples, which are problems asked in exam, you can understand how the taxes are calculated on underreported income and how you need to pay penalty. Okay, right? So making my best to make it as gist based as possible so that you can revise this section with me. See, the point which I was saying is the fourth one. Penalty to be levied on SSEs to be based upon the law as it stood at the time of default was committed, and not as it stood in the financial year when assessment is made. So what is your position now? When the fraud done, that time what was the penalty and all that will apply. So here many penalties are given. I generally suggest the students when we take regular class, like, you can make group of it before I start the misreporting and all, just giving you an idea. Like all the other penalties, how you can cover up is related to transfer pricing. All the penalties are together. Now, this is also very important. 269, SS and T related, all the penalties. They are all also can be grouped here. You remember? So most of the penalties are covered up in the respective chapters. Now, what is 269 ST? This video is not for that. But this is one of the very important area. You cannot take more than 20,000 loan or more than 2 lakh payment at a time related to single bill, single event, all. 50 crore se upar if your turnover is, you need to give them all other mode of payment options, UPI and electronic. So like this penalties, if you group up, you can do it really nicely. That two important ones and leave the rest on. Like if you ask me this list as a teacher, we should not say, but I know it's not possible. I can to teach. If you miss signing this, 10,000 is the, if you do, but it's not possible to remember, then give it an overall reading and then leave it. But important ones you have to do. So one is this 269 wala, one is transfer pricing penalties, PAN card and all general penalties, it is 10,000. And very important is if you don't maintain the books of accounts and if you are already paying 271A penalty, then 271B will not be levied. What is 271? If your books of accounts are not audited, then you have to pay 0.5% of turnover or 1,50,000, whichever is lower. आएगा कहीं ना कहीं 271B ये रहा. But if books of accounts are only not maintained and you are already paying 25,000 penalty, and then why you have to pay again the audit penalty? Not needed as per the case law and all. But this is a question asked repeatedly. So, limited penalties rather than just leaving the topic, important penalties, and then related to that, all the question answers, which are repeatedly asked one-liners. If you do TDS, TCS penalty, TDS, TCS will, as an expense, will be disallowed. Then if you pay TDS, TCS less, interest is charged 1% and then 1.5%. And then equal to the TDS, if you miss deducting, that's the penalty. So like this, 2-3 things are merged. If you recollect all our regular class, you'll be able to do. Anyhow, I have promised to revise under reporting. I'm starting that. One more thing before I start. Under reporting is covered penalty under section 270A, which is 50% of the under reported income. Income which you have undershown, maybe because of expenses overshown, and then government said no, these expenses are disallowed, they increase the income. You showed a loss of 10 lakhs, government said no, loss is to 2 lakhs. So indirectly 10 lakh is also a loss, 2 lakh is also a loss, but 8 lakhs government has increased the income. That income is called as underreported income. On that you calculate tax, surcharge, ESES, and on that 50% penalty. There are 6 cases I'll teach you later, because of which underreported income can become misreported. When I come to that, I'll explain. Now, one more thing is important. If the income is underreported, you allowed some bed debts and all, department said no, it's disallowed. You have not shown something as sales or income. Government said no, this is not liability, this is your income. So like this, it is underreporting or misreporting. Other than this, if there is a rate and if there is undisclosed income which is caught up, 60% is the penalty. In undisclosed income, if the SSE cooperates and disclose how he has earned, he's ready to show all, he's ready to pay the tax, he's filing the return along with undisclosed income, instead of 60%, 30% of the undisclosed income will be your penalty. Okay? And in this, one more third part is there. If income includes 68, 69 series, you remember? Unexplained expenditure, unexplained investments. In the basics only, we do all this. Yeah? Whenever it is caught up, tax on this is always 78%, 60% tax plus 25% surcharge. And on this tax plus surcharge, 4% ECESS is 78%. On 78% tax, you have to pay 10% penalty. Clear or not? Now take a pause and tell me, ma'am, if it is underreported income, same income cannot be undisclosed. Same income cannot come here. So what I want to say, that's why I have written here clearly 271 AAB 1A. That is, either you can charge the penalty as undisclosed income or as all these series, unexplained expenditure, hundi pe loan lena, 68, 69 series, or you can charge 270A, any one of it. You cannot cover it up at both the places and charge. Followed? If I have taken loan above 20,000, you are putting it in 269 SS, ऐसे कैसे loan ले लिए cash में, and you are putting 271D, and now you are saying this is undisclosed income. You cannot charge penalty on the same income under two sections. This should be clear to you. And before I close this file and go, as I promised, we'll go reverse, problems first and then this. Okay. Then the last one, which I want to take up now before I close this. Now, if there is, this is a new section added, 271 AD, and latest amendment, it can be asked if during the year there is any false entry. Okay. Please wait up. From problems, it will be very clear, trust my way, but amendment also I need to take. If during the year in the books of accounts there is false entry, you know, bogus entry on the debit side, that I have purchased the goods, bill is there, but no goods have come in. I have paid someone advertisement and I'm taking it as expense, claiming ITC, but actually I have not incurred any advertisement. It's just a bill entry. So false entry on the debit side, or omission of entry which is relevant for computation of income, means on the credit side, suppose I've sold the goods of 1 lakh and I have issued a bill of 10,000. I know now because of the GST strict provisions, e-way bill, e-invoicing, all this, it's not. But suppose if this kind of transaction happens, okay, then in that case, amount equal to the amount of false entry on the debit side or omitted entry on the credit side. This will be taken as your amount of penalty equal to this entry. Okay. Now, what is false entries? False document or invoice is issued without actually goods being coming. Okay. So now we stop here. The important amendments and the concept. Now for misreporting and underreporting, one way is our regular charts. What are given to you, that if you have filed the return, then this is your income. What you have filed and what acknowledgement you have got under 143.1, you know, intimation. If there's a change in that because of clerical error, that is not underreported income. I'll share with you our regular class notes and it will be clear to you. 1 second. Yeah, let us do this. How to calculate underreported income, and on underreported income, how much is the penalty? Yes, how much is the penalty on the underreported income? It is 50%. Okay, right. Now look at this. If you have filed the return, and suppose you have filed the return with 6 lakhs and you have got intimation 8 lakhs, you know, because of clerical error and all that. 6 lakh to 8 lakh is not under reporting of income. 6 lakh to 8 lakh in the very first example is not under reporting. But you got the intimation 8 lakh. Now, in the scrutiny, your income is reassessed to 10 lakhs. And who are you? Say a firm or a company. You filed your return with 6 lakh. Income got increased to 8 lakh. That is not under reporting of income. Now, 8 lakh to 10 lakh is under reporting of income. And then how to calculate the tax? This being firm, I have just shared the live example. So I took it shortcut. But the best way is on 10 lakhs, you calculate the tax. On 8 lakhs, you calculate the tax. The difference of tax is the tax on underreported income, and on that 50% penalty. Don't go into the calculation. This is just a conceptual video. Clear or not? See, sometimes you may go into surcharge, no? It's a company. So imagine with underreported income, your income is 110 lakhs. अब करोड़ के ऊपर गया तो surcharge भी लगेगा. Without underreported income, your income assessed was 80 lakhs. Excuse me. Now, if you can say, ma'am, underreported income is 80 to 110, 30 lakhs. Can we calculate the tax directly on 30 lakhs? Answer is no. First, calculate the tax on 110, 1 crore 10 lakhs, along with surcharge, ESES, all. Now calculate the tax on 80 lakhs. And 80 and 110 lakhs, this difference 80 and 110 lakh, this difference tax is the increase in tax because of underreported income, and on that tax on underreported income, 50% is the penalty for underreporting. Clear to all of you? Okay, now scrutiny mein it got 10 lakh. Again, you know, income escaping assessment ya kahin aur, again the assessed income is reassessed. Okay, and it again increased from 10 lakh to 15 lakh. Again calculate the tax on 15 lakhs, calculate the tax on 10 lakh. The difference is increase in the tax because of the underreported income, and on that 50% is the penalty. Now, if suppose return is only not filed and you are not showing anything, and department caught hold and said, oh, you have not reported 10 lakh income, this is underreported income. What will be the underreported income? Full 10 lakhs. And directly on that 30%. This can be asked in MCQs. Calculation, you can pause the video and check, because if I go into calculation, the concept will be missed out. Routine class, we have taken it in detail. Now, if no return is filed, okay, and suppose you are an individual, you didn't file the return only. Now the AO is saying that your income is 10 lakhs. So your underreported income is actually 7,50,000, because 250 so you will get basic exemption. So calculate the tax, 250 chhod do, next 250, and then 5% and 20%, and that is the tax payable. Now, you know, when I'm teaching all this, I'm remembering, dear students, for this chapter, for DTA, for AMT, for MAT, you should have a thorough grip on how to calculate tax, surcharge, tax plus surcharges, ESES and all. So like in the school days, you have written maths table every day on the right hand side. Every day, at least 5-7 minutes, not every day, then every alternate day. Make sure you have a glance at your slab rates, flat rates, special attention that additional surcharge rates are not applicable to long-term capital gain on shares, and 25-37% वो सब मुझे extra नहीं बताना है. Okay, so like this, you know, whenever income is increased, you can increase it. Now, in case if they ask the problem with match, until now they have not asked, then in your material even I have given the formula. A minus B is the increase in income, and plus C minus D is the. Now what is all that? Directly with the help of a problem. Look at the screen. If along with MAT, they ask you work out the tax on underreported income, how you're going to do. Okay. Suppose your assessed income by the AO is 120 lakhs. You have filed your return of income 80 lakhs. Okay. Now 120 and 80. So 40 lakhs is your increase in income as per the return. Book profit by AO. You all know that in AMT and MAT and all, we adjust the book profit, or in AMT, we take the adjusted total income. Add less, we add back the 335 AD and section 10 AA and all. So book profit as per AO is 210. Book profit as per U is 200. So यहाँ पे भी you have taken 10 lakh extra. Here A minus B is increase in the underreported income, that is. And here C minus D. So total how much your income has increased? 50 lakhs. You cannot take it directly. How will you apply MAT and easily you can score marks in underreported income problem? And until now they have not worked, but professional exams are unpredictable. They can ask you this problem for 6-7 marks. Then can you calculate tax on A, assessed income of company? Tax on B, return of income. Right? Tax on C, book profit. Okay? MAT hai to jo bhi 15% and surcharge and ESES, and otherwise AMT hai to 18.5% on 210. And book profit what you have shown. So can you get, and these taxes will also be given because the main concentration is on underreported income. So they might give you this ready in exam. Tax on returned income as per AO, tax on returned income by you, tax on book profit as per AO, tax on book profit. Now A minus B is the additional tax on underreported income as per return. C minus D is the additional tax on underreported as well. What is the additional tax? 16. और इसका 50% हो जाएगा आपका penalty for underreporting. In exam, if they specifically say, dear students, that this is a misreporting, then how much penalty will be charged? 200%. So like this, with math also you can solve the problems. Okay, right? So if there is something common in this, you can consider it here. And like if the 180 to 120, the income is increasing because bed debts are disallowed. Same is the reason here also. So if there is a common reason of increase in income in the book profit and the total income regular, then you have to take it once. No, you can't increase your underreported income by 6 lakhs. So consider it here. Don't consider it here. Your income as per AO's book profit is 210. As per yours, it was 200, but you increased it to 203 because you don't want the impact. See, otherwise 40 plus 10. Abhi dekho, 40 plus 10, 50 lakhs tha. Now increase in income is 47 lakhs. Now again same. A minus B is increase in tax as per the return. C minus D is increase in the income and then tax as per your book profits. Add both, you will get the underreported income pay tax. On that 50% is the tax if it is underreported. 6 cases, last 2 minutes before I close. What are the cases? This can be asked as a theory question in your question number 8. Theory question jahan पूछते हैं ना, they can ask you what are the reasons. Okay, what are the reasons when your 6 cases, yeah, cases of misreported. So your underreported income will become misreported. What are the cases? Misrepresentation of the facts. You're showing wrong facts. Failure to record the investment in books, properties, shares. Claim of expenditure which is not correct. Ghost expenditure, ghost salary and all. Recording of false entry in books. Just now I explained you. Failure to record any receipt in the books having a bearing on total income. You didn't record the income. Failure to report any international transactions are deemed. In transfer pricing, you're there, but you're not showing arm's length price and regular price car difference and all. So in these 6 cases, your underreported income will become misreported, and instead of 50%, the penalty will become 200%. I want to repeat what are the 6 cases. Misrepresentation of fact, failure to record investment, bogus entries, recording false entry in the books, claiming false expenditure wherein there is no proof. You're paying salary to someone by taking thumb and signature and that person is not there. Or failure to record any entries which are having a bearing on your income on the credit side and not showing the transfer pricing. Okay, like this, penalties, prosecutions are also there. Okay, prosecution, frankly speaking, it's very difficult to remember. Somewhere 2 years, somewhere 3 months to 7 years. Forget it. Take that risk and go. But rather than leaving full topic related to prosecution, one question is there in scanner. Now, if I take all scanner questions, it will take time. There are 1 or 2 scanner ke bahut easy questions hai. So now with this much knowledge what I have given, if you refer the scanner, you will be able to justify this topic rather than completely leaving. Same way, I have already made one video on tonnage tax. 45 to 50 minutes give to tonnage tax. No, 53 and 42 and some rates are there. Remember it and then you can attempt that, because sometimes the choices are so difficult. One answer, you have 8 marks question, or 8 plus 4 plus 4, that makes it 16 marks. So you cannot say that I will attempt 85 marks paper and get 80 marks. It's not possible. Promise that 100% of the paper you will attempt, and these kind of the topics, penalties, prosecution, isko chhant ke padh lo. There are so many types of immunities. One immunity wherein the SSE is cooperating and he's paying all the tax and all, you can reduce and waive off the penalty. if you feel that putting on penalty will cause hardship. So like this, just overall एक ही जो para है, read it, already all covered, important in the regular class, but I thought to revise this again. If these kind of the gist revisions are helpful, let me know what next topic you are looking for. I'm planning to do it on charitable trust, MAT, DTA. These are the important topics. Don't miss it. If you ask me, if I can go on speaking about this planning and studies, 30 marks of international taxation, transfer pricing, two problems are there. One from the cup method, another RSP and other method. Okay. One problem is fixed on DTA, which is like super scoring. What you have solved the problem in the class. And non-resident has become very vast. It's not for 5 marks, now 12 to 13 marks. One question will be about the residential status business connection. Okay. And another will be the tax of non-resident. In that, 80 to 90% emphasis is sportsmen coming to India, paying 20% tax on advertisement and all that. वो सब अभी पढ़ाना नहीं है. But as I'm saying, and small topic is there, equalization levy. One flow chart or one concept एक बार enough है. 165 कहाँ levy होगा? 165 A कहाँ levy होगा? 2%, 6%. You remember, you will be able to do it. Okay. I do agree that the portion is vast, but once when you have studied the topic, you have to study it in depth. Non-resident was taught in the regular 5 to 6 classes. If you have done if you're watching this as a recording, if you have done with those 5-6 classes, absolutely fine. Now while doing the revision, do gist revision in different ways. Sometimes directly penalty prosecution कुछ नहीं भी मालूम है तो start solving the scanner question answer. Reverse you work for the topics which you don't feel interesting to revise from the tables, like I did. Under reported income, I have given you tables, I have given you flowchart also. If return filed, income assessed minus this is your under, I have given, but not required. Problems karo seedha and score the marks. Sometimes just put your headphones and listen to the revision videos again and again, again and again, again and again. Repetition is required. The more you revise, the more that gist will become condensed. Okay. Same like some students were asking question for charitable trust, anonymous donation. Question is asked, practical. And charitable trust compulsory question is asked, compute the income. Whatever you have received, 85% you have to apply if you received on last day and all. Okay. And theory question which one can be asked is your, when the benefit of the trust income is given to the author of the trust and his relatives and all. And what are the cases when trust registration can be cancelled? Because registration of the trust, very important amendment is there in 12AB. Same way, if you ask me assessment procedure 147, there is completely revamped, 147, 148. So there's a separate video for that. So like this now, अब आपको ऐसे overall करना होगा and you'll have to repeat, but repeat it in different ways. I am telling you literally. Sometimes just if you don't want to dive into any topic, pick up any mock test paper, past exam and start solving. उसमें कुछ theory questions आएंगे, कुछ math related one problem, one AMT, solve it. And automatically your AMT will be revised, math. So follow this different way. If you agree, still comment below the video. And you all are very senior. When you come at final level, degree से just बहुत थोड़े time में आप लोग, थोड़े ही time पीछे हैं बस. अभी exam, अभी result and you are at par. Colleague with me, chartered accountants and cost accountants, right? I'm not a cost accountant, only chartered accountant. But if you feel this video is helpful, this has motivated you कि उसको करना है बस. I know it is थोड़ा सा बोलना इजी है, करना मुश्किल है, बट उसको करना है और आप लोग करोगे, कर लोगे. You all will do it, provided you have this, sitting capacity बढ़ाओ. For hours you need to sit, और घूम के पढ़ना है तो पढ़ो, but पढ़ना है. कितने घंटे वो मुझे नहीं बताना. What time I don't want to say. There are students who study so beautiful night 11 o'clock when everyone is sleeping, and like me, morning my grandma used to get up for morning puja, till then I'm studying. 11 o'clock to morning 5:30 was aha moment. Quality good studies. बीच बीच में टी ब्रेक, खाना पीना, ऑल दैट. बट इतना पीसफुल होता है नाइट में, सब चीजें दिमाग में अपने आप चले जाती है, नो डिस्ट्रैक्शंस, नथिंग. Phone also in the next room, and lectures and all what I want to refer, laptop, tab is there. Huh? So what works for you, you know. You are someone who can wake up at 3 o'clock and study in the Brahma Muhurat. Please go ahead, do that. Kiski mat suno. But if this is helpful to you, comment below. And what else you need. I really want to be a part of all your stories, your successful story as a profession. What more you need? Check more of the concept lectures. Check more of the mock test papers since 2020 से जून दिसंबर सब uploaded है इसमें. तो आप playlist से check करो, you will get the lectures. Thank you so much for watching till end. Bye bye. Best of luck to all of you.